Hi everyone. Well, as you can tell, I've finally figured out how to take a picture with a telescope. What a curve that was. Yeah, well, like I keep saying, the directions were extremely vague, so, it was mostly trial and error. What do you want? Yeah? What do you want? She wants something. Yeah, she's over here blinking at me. Come on. Come up here and give me a hug then. Come up here and give me a hug for the camera. That's not how you give hugs. There you go. That's how you give hugs. No, you lay your head on my shoulder. No. That ain't working. Well, anyway. So where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? She's not going to shut up now. I'm going to have to give her a treat. Hang on. So, anyway, it used to be when I'd pick her up like that, she'd lay her head right down on my shoulder, and it lead, and just kind of hanging on, But for some reason, she didn't do that today, so I don't know. Anyway, where was I? As you can see, I figured out how to take a picture with the telescope. It was a long time coming. Like I say, the directions are really vague. They say do this, do this, do that, but they don't say how to get from that point to do this or how to get to that point to do that. So I finally figured it out somewhat. So picture of the moon. Just a little bit of manipulation, a little bit to kind of clear it up. You got to consider that it was done with a cell phone and not a real camera. So I think it come out pretty good myself, if I do say so myself, for just a cell phone camera. So out at the RTR, we tried to set it up, and it was cloudy. By the time we got it set up, I think I said this before, the clouds came in and we just kind of gave up on it. It was cold and it was getting late, so we just gave up on it. But I did try to get the blue moon, the full blue moon, and I couldn't get it to work right. The little adapter for the cell phone that mounts on the lens on the telescope, I couldn't get that right. The moon come out looking like an egg. Literally, it came out looking like a white egg. So at least it didn't look like a street light. So yeah, I finally figured out how to work the adapter. I can't pronounce it. Go Sky or something like that. That works pretty good for it. If you're interested, it's on the Amazon, my Amazon site. If you're interested in doing that kind of stuff, I'm going to put the telescope on that site as well. So those of you that want to get into it, you can find all the stuff that you need there on that page. So so the next step is try to get some stars and some planets and that sort of stuff. I got to try to get a good balance on it. But I'm learning quickly, and everybody's got to start somewhere, I guess. So anyway, that's enough of that. That's really about all that's been going on. I haven't done a lot of video. I keep saying that over and over and over. It's cold outside. I'm not really. I'm thinking about going back to the forest, but not yet. I still got a few weeks to go yet. It's not freezing hard up there, but it is kind of a miserable. It's cloudy and pretty chilly yet, so I'll wait for a little while to do that. I've been trying to get out to the lake. I haven't been able to do that yet. I think Alan's wanting some video of it out there. He's thinking about going out that way. I keep talking about it. and he keeps saying he might show up out there, so that'll be kind of fun. Actually, it'll be lots of fun. What else? You know, it's still, I think it was $8 overnight and a campsite per night. So, you know, I really don't want to do that. So if I do, it's just going to be for a couple, 3 nights, and that's about it. But take the drone out, get some footage of the lake, and I'm interested to see how high the water is now. You know, for quite a while it was pretty low. The water was, and where I was going last year, there was no water. The boat ramps were completely out of the water, and it was nothing but kind of a well, that wasn't even water. It was just more mud, and and then the last time that I went out there, the water had filled up quite a bit. They were even launching boats out there, so not big boats, but they were getting their fishing boats, bass boats, and that sort out there. So I'll be doing that pretty soon. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. On the way to the RTR, I blew out an alternator. I don't know if I said that or not, but I stopped at my daughter's house and for a couple of days. Went and got that put on. It was a brand new one. I just bought it. Less than 100 miles on it. So they gave me another one on a warranty, free of charge. So I got that on there. Got the son-in-law to fix it up for me and wired all up. Everything worked, and then about halfway out to the RTR, my GPS quit. The battery run down on it, so I got to looking around, and there was no power on the cigarette lighter. That actually, it was just an extra wire there on the firewall that had power on it, so I used that. The truck doesn't have a cigarette lighter in it, so anyway, I used that, and there was no power on it. So when I got out to the RTR, I got to looking around see if I could find it. I had no tail lights and no brake lights, and the alternator gauge quit working as well. So I'm thinking I've got some kind of a major problem. So I looked around a little bit with it. You know, I didn't get too heavy in it out there in the middle of the desert and that sort. So when I did get back into the home base, I really got to looking around, got the voltometer out, started checking. All it was both tail lights and both brake lights burned out at the same time. That was pretty strange to me. I'd never seen that before. So, you know, one bulb, you know, once in a while, and maybe another one if you don't get them changed and that kind of stuff. But they actually, there's only 2, but they're, you know, the tail light and the brake light together. So both of them blew out at the same time, and they were all frosted inside. It looked like they had been hit really hard with high voltage. So I don't know. I put new bulbs in it and tested it and went out for a drive and came back, and everything's fine. So I don't know. Just one of those flukes. That's what I meant when I said I thought I brought Murphy out there to the RTR and gave him to Ellen. So anyway, long story short, all that's been fixed. So what else? I can't think of a whole heck of a lot more. Been kind of going into the valley and back, running errands here and there. Ex-wife, I had to take her to the doctor. And then I've got a doctor's appointment with the cardiologist on the 18th. Now the 20th, and boy, I'm sure hoping he doesn't say I'm going to have another angiogram. So, I mean, if I have to have it, I have to have it, I guess. But I don't want it. I don't want to, because, you know, it just seems like when you go in for the angiogram, then, you know, they say, well, we're already in here, so let's just put another stent in there. Turns in from a afternoon stay to an overnight stay. I don't want to do that. If y'all knew my history, you know, my buddy doesn't like that surgery at all. So he's one of the best in the state, though. He really is. So anyway, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but I feel good. I feel all right. So maybe it'll just be a quick routine until he'll tell me to get lost and don't come back for 6 months or so. So that'll be good. That'll be a good thing. Let's see, what else? I can't think of much of anything else. I wanted to get this video up to show you that I can use a telescope, sort of. It wasn't a complete bust. And I guess it can only get better from here. So, yep, I think that's about it. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. One other thing. I keep doing this. I say goodbye and I shut the camera off and then, oh, I was going to say this. So when I say, okay, that's it, goodbye, don't pay any attention to that until you actually see the end screen. Anyway, Wilson has been driving me crazy. Absolutely crazy. He swears up and down he saw the mothership. And now he wants to go play with the telescope all the time. Pig Boy just sits and oinks. He's not too interested. I keep telling him, you know, you're a rock. You think you're an alien. You might be an alien, but you're not a space alien. You're a rock. You came from a campfire. That's probably what's wrong with him. He had too much inhalation of campfire smoke. That's what that is. So, okay, that's it. Otherwise, they're doing fine. They enjoyed themselves at the RTR. They got to meet a few people, and a few people met him, and them, and her, and it. I guess that now. Okay, now this is it. Really, for sure, this is it. Talk to you soon.